Hello 7th class, how are you? Let's start today's lesson. In today's lesson, I am going to discuss with you natural resources. Under natural resources, we are going to discuss forests and grassland, wildlife, minerals, fishing. All these topics we will discuss. Now, let's first start with natural resources. You know, natural resources are also the backbone of any country, and Australia is very rich in natural resources. In Australia, as a mineral, we will get copper, gold, diamonds, and energy resources, we will get coal, oil, and uranium. And also, here we have farming and logging. These resources are economically important to Australia. Many of people say that Australia's economy is resource dependent. If Australia don't have natural resources, its economy will crash. So moreover, we will say Australian economy is based on natural resources. So let's start first natural resource, forest and grassland. In Australia, we will get eucalyptus tree. Eucalyptus tree is the main evergreen tree in Australia. We can say that Australia is the birthplace of eucalyptus tree. Maybe you know or don't know, in whole world we will get 500 types of eucalyptus tree, and in Australia we will get all types of eucalyptus tree. We will say eucalyptus tree also have one other name is gum tree. So eucalyptus tree is useful. We will take out its oil, and that oil, eucalyptus oil, used for medicine purpose to treat colds, cough and headaches. The trees we will get in Australia is Jora and Kari. These trees provide us hardwood timber. And now come on the flowers and other grasslands. The tropical forest in the north and northeast have plenty of palms, bamboo trees, birches, cedars also. And one flower trees we will get it here, that is called wattle. This trees give us sweet smelling. A sweet smelling acacia called wattle is found in all over Australia. This is a tall tree with golden flower. These flowers blossom during summer. This flower is also Australia's national flower. Wattle flower is the national flower of Australia. If question come, write the name of national flower of Australia, you must write wattle. Okay. So, and in Australia we will also get grasslands all over Australia, which provides natural pasture for the animal here, especially for the sheep. Wildlife. Australia's wildlife is very unique comparative to other continents. Almost half of the world's 315 kinds of marsupials or pouched mammals are found in Australia. It is also the home to the monotremes, the only mammals that lay eggs, namely the platypus and the echidna. Come on the definition of marsupial and the monotremes. First, marsupial. A mammal, marsupial and monotremes both are mammals, but the difference is marsupial gives birth normal, but monotremes, first they lay eggs and then children come from the eggs. So this is the difference. Both are mammals, but little bit difference. Marsupial, they don't give eggs. Monotremes, they give eggs. Okay. Marsupials, a mammal of an order whose members are born incompletely developed and are typically carried and suckled in a pouch on the mother's belly. Marsupials are found chiefly in Australia and New Guinea and also in America. Kangaroo is the example of marsupial. Now monotremes. A monotreme is a primitive mammal that lays large yolky eggs and has a common opening for the urogenital and digestive system. Monotremes are now restricted to Australia and New Guinea and comprise the platypus and the echidnas. These monotremes only we will get it in Australia, and the example is platypus and the echidnas. In Australia, in wild, get 5 types of wild animals. One is kangaroo. Kangaroo is also national animal of the Australia. Second one is koala. Koala bear we will get it in eucalyptus forest because it eats eucalyptus leaves. Number third, we will get dingoes. Dingoes are Australian wild dogs. They feed on rabbits, bugs, reptiles, and even wallabies. Sometimes they have been known to attack sheep. Echidnas, also egg-laying mammal found in scrub and grassland, and platypus, also another monotreme. All included we will get it here: kangaroo, koala, dingoes, echidna and platypus. And in birds we will get emus, kookaburra and lyrebirds. These are the birds we will get it in Australia. And the other things we will get in Australia, we will get insects and the reptiles also. So they all making together the wildlife of Australia. Now come on the fishing. In fishing, Australia is the third largest producer of fish in the world. The most of the fish Australia exports to Japan and other Eastern Asian countries. Here types of seafood we will get it here: prawns, rock lobsters, abalone, tuna, scallop and edible, and the pearl oysters. Other important species we will get it here include bream, cod, flathead, mackerel, perch, whiting and Australian salmon. In Australia they have a canned seafood industry. They pack the seafood and export to Asian and European and Northern American markets. And most of the seafood in tin seafood, its sale is sold in the local in Australia also. Now come minerals. Australia is very rich in minerals. Australians East Belt and West Belt, both belts are very rich. In central part we don't get any minerals. It is little bit, we can say that it's poor in minerals. Okay, in Australia we will get petroleum, natural gas, coal, tin, diamond, iron ore, gold, copper, aluminium, zinc, lead, uranium and nickel. You can see in East Belt we will get coal, gas, petroleum, gold and other minerals. Here in Tasmania also all these ones. Okay, so due to we will say Australia is rich in minerals also. Australia is the largest resource of low cost uranium, and Australia, most of the minerals it exports to the China and other countries. Let's we will see some other important things. Australia is the largest world's refiner of the bauxite, the fourth largest producer of primary aluminium, largest producer of gem and industrial diamond, lead and zircon, fifth largest producer and largest exporter of the black coal, second largest producer of zinc, third largest producer of gold, iron ore and manganese ore, fourth largest producer of nickel, fifth largest producer of copper and silver, the world largest resource of low cost uranium. Besides the minerals mentioned above, the continent also have good offshore reserves of petroleum and natural gas. It is all about mineral. Now let's discuss about sheep rearing in Australia. Australia is well known for sheep rearing. And sheep rearing industry, where we will get it? In New South Wales, Western Australia, Victoria and South Australia. Here climate conditions are very viable, means good for the sheep rearing. And Murray-Darling River Basin provides the viable condition to the sheep industry. And Australia is the largest exporter of wool in the world. 32% of the wool produced by the Australia. And due to that, we will say Australia also has the largest number of sheep in the world. And also Australia is the largest producer of lamb and major exporter of mutton. And one more important thing is the term jackcrow. Okay, here sheep are reared in large areas called station. These areas covered thousands of acres of land. The sheep station owner employs laborers called jackcrow to look after the sheep. The sheep are kept in fenced off areas called paddocks. Now see the definition of jackcrow. Jackcrow is a male employee and jilroo is the female employee. A young person working on a sheep or cattle station to gain practical experience in the skills needed to become an owner, overseer, manager, etc. Okay, so this is the definition of jackcrow. Okay, maybe it's male and jilroo is female employee. Okay, and the breed of sheep, here we will get merino breed. This merino breed used for the wool, and other breed we will get it here. Leicester, Lincoln and Romney Marsh are kept for meat and with wool as a byproduct. And Australia is the largest producer of lamb and also the major exporter of mutton. It is all about sheep rearing industry. Now last bit, learning is a fun. You can see across Australian wild dogs, dingoes. Okay, an area having grass that is thicker or longer than the grass growing around it, it's called tusks. One of the tropics that passes through Australia is called Tropic of Capricorn. Another name for Ayers Rock, Uluru. Second largest city in Australia, Melbourne. Number 13, Melbourne. Yeah, 13. And now down, an egg-laying mammal, Echidna. Number 5, the oldest and the largest city in Australia, Sydney. A mammal that lays eggs called monostremes. A marsupial only found in Australia that stay in eucalyptus forest, koala. The capital of Australia is Canberra. Another name for eucalyptus tree is gum tree. A monostreme animal that incubates its egg in a nest and then feed them with their own milk. It's called platypus. Now one more thing, bottle tree. It is a geographical fact. Regions that have scrubs in the deserts of Australia also have a strange tree called the bottle tree. It is a large tree which has a bottle-shaped trunk. The swollen trunk has stored water to help the tree survive in periods of drought. Okay, so this in this tree's trunk, trees can reserve the water which it can use for in the period of drought. You can see the picture. Its shape is like a bottle. Due to this tree is called a bottle tree. Okay, it is all about this chapter. Within this, today we will sum up. Its chapter is finished. Okay, and thanks for today's lesson.